Sweet Caroline.
Welcome back to What Made You Tweet That?
The podcast where we speculate the lives of unhinged Twitter users and their tweets.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to What Made You Tweet That, the podcast where we rationalize people's tweets on the internet. I'm your host for today, Ben Boutwell, joined by my co-host,
Ethan Archer.
And a very special guest.
Hello, Chris Cavera here.
The mastermind behind the reason why we're doing this podcast. Yeah.
Yes, I am the podcasting professor, so they say.
Today we're going to be talking about tweets related to video games. Any and all tweets related to video game culture, specific video games, people that might be a little upset about video games. I don't see why we can't just jump right into it.
Do you want to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I have a tweet here from one Jack Wilson. He says, Wii Sports is the alpha male Wii game.
I don't know. I'm behind that.
You're
maybe.
behind that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can also get behind that. I think this tweet's not as unhinged as it's just true.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going in with truth.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could play that right now.
Yeah.
It's timeless. Timeless classic.
Were you good at the boxing?
No, I was pretty decent with the bowling. That was sort of the main one at my household.
Okay.
I was going to say, even like my grandparents were playing that. And like that doesn't happen, I feel like.
It's just the alpha male game because it brings everyone together. Everyone can be good at it. And if you played it, it probably set you up for success.
Well, think of all the Christmas mornings around 2006 or whenever, where it was just every household in the United States was playing Wii Sports.
I was doing the bowling the first night we got the Wii. And I nailed my mom in the back of the head with the remote while she was picking up the wrapping paper off the ground.
She immediately regretted her decision.
She did, but it made me an alpha male technically, according to this guy. So yeah. I think he was onto something there.
What made him tweet that?
What made him tweet that? He
wanted to spread the word.
He's right. Yeah. I'll go with that.
He's just saying what we're all thinking.
Ethan?
I guess I'll go.
All right.
I have a tweet from Valve Facts that says, when analyzed, many Half-Life 2 levels suddenly encourage the player to drown themselves. This is done with a technique called leading lines, which directs players towards certain areas, such as sticking their head into the ocean until they strangle themselves in the murky water.
Okay. That is interesting.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, it'd be drowning, not strangling, but...
Strangled by water.
And attached is a picture of just like a cliffside in Half-Life 2 with lines leading down to the ocean.
I wonder if that's scientifically proven or if they figured that out themselves.
I think they figured this out. I think they were under the influence of something, and they're a photography student, and they just had a moment there where they were like, "Oh, it all makes sense now."
They're like, look at this cliff.
Yeah.
Dang.
Leading lines. It's leading lines, man.
Leading lines to drown myself in the level.
Maybe they're a video game designer, and maybe they had a hand to play in it.
You think so?
I mean,
it's like an actual Half-Life.
It might be.
It could have been just genius level design, like saying, okay, we're going to design this level. We're going to throw in a bunch of leading lines to try to steer people away from
make the player kill themselves.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm assuming the account is like a parody account. So
Okay.
They probably just were doing something funny with that.
I'm going to jump on my bandwagon and say that it's one of the developers, and he's giving away his secret. Yeah.
They don't want you to beat the game.
He was mad because nobody noticed yet.
Yeah.
Here's what it is, people. Here's what I'm doing.
You got to give away your secrets after a while, and no one figures it out.
Mad developer.
Cool. Our next tweet is from Cthulhoops. Every time I see a Twitch streamer, all I think is, imagine how that room and apartment must smell, and gag a little. Literal human trash.
That's kind of mean.
I know. What made him tweet this?
They were mad. They had a bad experience on Twitch, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're only hearing half the story here.
Yeah, I think there's, some truth to this. Some of those people sit around like all day and don't do anything else.
Jumping on like a stereotype.
But, yeah, this guy's playing into the stinky gamer stereotype, I think. He's a little upset. Maybe he's mad that they're making so much money.
Well, who among us hasn't been a stinky gamer at some point.
that is true. Oh, my middle school phase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What happened there?
I scammed people on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
So is Twitch responsible for stinky gamers, or is there a specific game? Like, I can name specific games out of my life that turned me into said stinky gamer.
Give us an example. I don't think it's Twitch. I think you're more on to.
I think it's just the games. And Twitch is just a platform.
I mean, probably. I mean, I'm slightly older than everyone else in the immediate area, but for sure, like Tomb Raider. That was some,
Okay.
And Ratchet and Clank, maybe a little more recently when that came out for PS2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like an all-nighter kind of deal.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's a great game.
I like that insight because I wasn't around.
Yeah, I mean, before that, it was Impossible Mission for the Commodore 64. We're talking the early 80s, mid 80s, but that was I'm still obsessed with that game, but it's definitely recipe for stinky gaming.
I would say nowadays, I think there's a game called League of Legends that gets a lot of bad rap for people just kind of being like slimy that play that. So that's kind of that one is big on Twitch because it's like a long form.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he was watching like a League streamer?
I bet he was watching a League streamer.
Just like, what the fuck?
The guy probably got like a $500 donation, and he was just upset that he's probably working a 9-to-5 job at his office.
So he wants to be the stinky gamer.
Maybe he
Probably.
does.
I think a lot of people end up getting jealous of Twitch streamers because they get to sit there and play video games all day, and some of them are making millions of dollars a month.
I gotta say, I worked for a video game company as a tester, and I got to go play a game for 8 hours a day. After about that first week, it kind of sucks.
It's boring because I guess anything would kind of becomes your job, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it was a golf game. I was testing the same golf game for like a year.
I did try to find some Microsoft Golf Simulator tweets. I couldn't. There are 5 tweets on Twitter about Microsoft Golf Simulator, and none of them. They all seem like they're written by bots. So.
Yeah. That was the engine I worked on, Microsoft Golf 1998, 1999, and it was delightful.
On to our next one.
So I got one, and it says, why do streamers buy those $400 gaming chairs that look like race car seats? What happens if you have a girl over one day and she sees it and asks if you race Formula 1 cars or something like that? What are you supposed to say to that?
Man, this one has layers.
Yeah. I don't know.
The seats are a little goofy. The like streamer chairs, I feel like. Are they comfortable? I haven't sat in one.
Have you ever seen the gamer chairs?
No, my son has requested one for Christmas, and he is.
Is he getting it?
He's he's definitely in danger of becoming a stinky gamer. So I may have to, I don't know, say like there's some time limits on these.
On the chair.
On the chair.
Yeah. Maybe stand up and play. You get a raising desk too. Those are actually pretty fun.
I think it's probably those showed up on YouTube. Like really popular YouTubers started buying those chairs, and I think it was just people thought, okay, this is the chair I need to be having. I need to have this chair to be successful as either a streamer or a YouTuber. But
I don't understand why they're so expensive.
They are expensive.
But hey, I don't know. If they do. I don't know why they also are like, if they're going for comfortability, I guess it makes sense that they'd be after like race cars because those people are in those cars for like 12 hours sometimes. So
now, in my son's defense, he plays like racing games are his main
like
thing.
Forza.
He's got the wheel and he's got like all the attachment stuff. So I think that kind of makes sense.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe this tweet is jealous. He doesn't have a $400 gaming chair.
Hey, I got mine for $100 at IKEA. So,
and he's assuming that he's assuming these chairs are bought by males who are going to have girlfriends that are going to need an explanation
as to why you race. Yeah,
like they've never seen what is this strange chair?
I've never seen this before.
Maybe he's going for some comedy value with that. So it started off mad. I don't know.
Do we think that would deter the said girlfriend from like sticking around?
If it does, then you don't need to be seeing that. girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Find a girl that appreciates your racing chair.
I like that. That's some good advice.
Salty tweeter on that one.
Our next tweet comes from one Brandon Walker. Someone hacked into my PlayStation account and changed the sign-in ID. Now my sons can't play Fortnite and other games. My kids might burn my house to the ground tonight. This is the worst thing imaginable in my house.
Oh, no.
No, I think this is good. I think this is a blessing. And I think it's time to break out the books and the board games and just take a break. So this is tough. This is going to be tough, but it'll be good in the end.
Everything has to be Fortnite.
It does. I think Fortnite's got a good grip on the youth today.
Yeah.
But also following up, he did... This is a short thread where he tags PlayStation and says, "Fix this now."
Oh.
And then he tags Barstool Sports and says, "Can you help with this?"
Okay, so he's asking to speak to the manager, basically.
Yeah, very publicly. Once again, this is just another
For what,
tweet.
his son's like getting their account hacked, probably.
Yeah,
I think there's a little bit of entitlement happening here.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You think they were going for like free V-Bucks and like got scammed and someone
Probably.
took their PlayStation account?
I think this might be a good wake up. This tweet seems like it's coming from a place where the kids needed a good wake up call on some like online behavior etiquette. Like
Yeah.
they probably talked to the wrong person and got their own account hacked. Like that doesn't really just happen.
And then I think the parent here is trying to step in and get some freebies or something. Like trying to say, this is going to go viral and Sony's going to, swoop down and make everything right. And I don't think that's going to happen.
One of those parents that's like obsessed with getting on the Ellen show for doing nothing.
They're gonna burn our house down. No Fortnite.
Also, yeah, just a common theme with what made you tweet that is like parents that just... I guess this one makes more sense. You're reaching out to the company on Twitter to get some like PlayStation support help, maybe. But a lot of parents just love going on here and trashing their kids.
Oh, right.
While also the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that?
That's, I don't know, because someday the kids might see that.
Right. Exactly.
Kind of like, yeah.
And then this layer of trust might be broken.
Yeah.
I hate
think
this company. But also my kids are gremlins.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
I do.
All right.
This one is about Discord for people that don't know. It's a little...
Okay, can you help me out here? Because
Yeah.
I am a middle-aged old fart, and what is
So Discord is similar to like Skype or TeamSpeak. If you know either of those, it's just like an online video chat kind of thing, and people set up servers and invite their friends.
Gotcha.
And you can do voice chat or just text chat.
Got it.
And a lot of it's really cool, and a lot of it's really bad.
It's kind of got the same rep as Twitch, where it's like...
So are these live streamed as well, or are they just private?
It's just like a...
They're private, but they like games and like companies have like public ones you can go in. They have like thousands of people.
It's like
I see.
setting up a Canvas course shell for your like gamer friends.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
It's good.
Nice.
But this tweet says Discord servers either have a system of 45 channels based on the Dewey Decimal System, or 3 channels named like Pokemon and Piss, The Chat, or Fungi Zone. And I guess I'll have to explain this because
this is kind of deep with like...
I'm gonna need a flow chart
lore.
to understand this.
I don't even know where to start.
I would say it's because something you'll join, like these Discord channels have either people in charge of them that are overly organized and they get upset when you're in the wrong voice chat channel, or it's just people that enjoy spending time with each other, and those are kind of the two different vibes you get.
Oh, I see.
So this person is probably just poking fun at the wilderness of Discord.
But I guess I should explain that like when you create a server, you can create different voice channels, I guess.
Yeah.
And some people take that really seriously, like Ben said.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't know how to explain.
I think I don't know. I feel like this person's just
Saying
realizing stuff and then making fun of it a little bit.
Maybe they had, again, another bad experience on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
In one of these 45-channel Dewey Decimal System channels.
I don't even know what the Dewey is the Dewey Decimal System, where it's like...
That's how they organize the library books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know about the Dewey Decimal System.
So I guess that one might have been a little too deep of a tweet, but it made me laugh, so that's why I threw it in.
Moving on to the next one.
Sure.
This one is from Tatsumaki. It says, if I get my hands on Pac-Man, I will kiss him directly on the lips and father his children.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw this when I was a little shocked. I had not seen Pac-Man in that light before.
I wasn't aware that Pac-Man had lips.
I don't think he does.
Oh, they say they want to get their lips on Pac-Man.
You got the picture of it?
Yeah. So I have a picture of Pac-Man for the
I'll see
listeners, and he does not have lips.
No.
So
There's just a strange opening there.
A little tough.
Well,
What made him tweet
this
that?
person's like about, I don't know, 40 years late on that
I
one.
know. They're a little too into Pac-Man.
Pac-Man fever is, I think, well done.
Dude's getting a crush on some pixels.
Oh, man.
Which is not out of the ordinary, I don't think, for today's world.
Perhaps not. It's just his choice of
creepy.
fixation is a little bit outdated.
Now, don't even get me started on Mrs. Pac-Man. No.
Was
Well,
it
now,
like,
does it's Ms. Pac-Man.
Ms. Pac-Man, right? She's not married.
And I believe there's a bow and maybe some lipstick. I
Mhm.
don't know.
Oh, so if anything, she would be the one with the lips.
Well, I suppose.
Huh.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Is this person aware of the existence of Ms. Pac-Man?
I would have to assume if they're into Mr. Pac-Man enough that they're aware of.
Yeah, I don't think
Ms.
it's Mr.
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man. I think it's just Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, good thing I'm here to correct on that.
Pac-Mister.
was this like in response to anything?
Nope.
It just
Out of
a
the blue.
tweet about
Out of the
Pac-Man.
blue. Yeah.
I can't keep this to myself anymore. I have to tell the world.
It looks like by the date, it looks like it was around the time when I think they remastered an old 3D Pac-Man game.
Okay.
All right.
So maybe she was having some feelings come up from the past.
Yeah.
Insane tweet. I can't even.
Oh,
Pac-Man.
jeez.
I have one more from me. This one says, one of the most insane things I've ever experienced online, specifically in virtual reality, is that someone completely recreated Kmart's with working scanners, PA systems, and more, and have a Discord with 3,000 people that occasionally roleplay working here unironically.
I've heard of this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I have not.
I haven't either. I was looking for tweets on it.
No, I have totally heard of this.
It's what game is it?
VR chat.
Oh my gosh.
Which is an Oculus.
Yeah,
thing,
Yeah.
right?
What? So these people are just want to
In their
exist
free
in a
time.
retail store environment?
You
A
know,
dead retail store.
Okay, these. I apologize. These people are probably my age.
You
And
think?
they miss
Their youth?
the youth, and the especially around Christmas. There's probably a lot of department store nostalgia happening.
Okay.
I know Sears is getting ready to close, and that was like a huge thing for years and years.
Yeah.
And Kmart, I think, was like that. It was sort of like iconic, and so I could totally see this happening.
So it's like,
Now, I don't know about working there,
yeah,
but
unless,
like exploring and going around and checking it out, well, that's one thing. But
unless they're I don't know how seriously these people are taking this, but if they're working there, but it's also kind of like goofing around, like having a job in your teenage years, where obviously some people you work and you put effort in, but it's also fun to be there because you're working with your friends and you're having a good time. If that's the vibe, then I understand it. I think.
I mean, you could actually get a job somewhere.
That is
Right?
true. I feel like though, if you went out and actually got a job at a Walmart, you would just get kind of made fun of by a lot of the younger employees.
Well, yeah, and then you couldn't be.
As-
You'd have to get dressed. You'd have to
Yeah.
not be a stinky gamer.
you couldn't just log on,
Yeah,
because there you could just, if you're having a bad day at work, you can just take the headset off.
true.
If you're having a bad day at work in reality,
Yeah.
you might have to close out your 3 hours of the rest of your shift and then drive home, and nobody
Mhm.
wants to do that.
So maybe half of it is this is really sad, kind of neckbeard
Maybe.
people just role playing.
Well,
Other
yeah.
half is okay, this would be cool to check out a Kmart store in virtual reality.
I mean, I would check it out
Yeah.
for maybe 15, 20 minutes,
Mhm.
but I would worry about somebody who gets up every day and
To do
does
that,
this and pretends like it's their job.
that'd be crazy.
I've seen that with people in Grand Theft Auto. There's role play servers where people do it as police officers and stuff, and they take it really seriously.
At that
That
point,
kind
then,
of just creeps me out that people
if you wake up every day
in their free time.
and you just join this server and you exist there and then go to sleep, at that point, then what is your real life?
Yeah,
It's all
you
virtual.
could debate that.
You could just
Yeah.
jump realities right there.
Do you think you could steal from this camera? You think they have like security, like the?
Do they have security guards working there? Well, you don't have security guards at a regular kind of convenience store like that. Right?
You would have a greeter slash. You would actually have security, just like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Overweight bald guys that boss people around, but. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that scares the Gen Xers like myself to death, just that this will be like moving forward, this will be what people end up like in this like cheesy virtual reality will be their lives. But the way that is it Zuckerberg? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The way that he's kind of running it into the ground really fast. It's like I'm not scared anymore. It's like this guy's an idiot. There's no way this is happening.
That's fascinating, actually. That's a good tweet. I have one relating to the new Super Mario movie that's being made by Illumination, kind of bringing it full circle. Our first episode is about movies, the video game movie connection here. So in the new Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer, at the very end they reveal that Mario Kart and Rainbow Road are going to be in the movie, and there's going to be like a whole Mario Kart sequence. So somebody just quote tweeted a picture of that and said, "Loved seeing Mario Kart in the trailer." Someone replies to that tweet and says, "Disgusting that they had to include this woke pride flag nonsense."
Oh no. That person's never played Mario Kart.
I know.
That's the problem.
It's the
reminds me of the pray and pray.
Oh right, yeah.
Taking it the wrong way.
This person's very confused.
I think they're just kind of just exposing their ignorance there without. I don't know.
Just seeing a rainbow and going.
They're looking for their echo chamber, but they're
locked out.
They're locked. Yeah, they're just getting their.
They forgot their key.
I don't know. That's kind of a sad tweet.
Yeah, you see people like that all over the place.
You feel bad for them almost.
Yeah.
Angry Karen, mad at some sort of
progressiveness. I have a final one from Melissa. She says, "It's really attractive to me that my husband is always doing something. You'll never catch him in front of the TV, playing video games, or scrolling on his phone when there's work to be done. If he's not working his job, he's working at home or working his body in the gym." Fire emoji.
Fire emoji, okay.
I think this is just an outdated mindset.
It's kind of like reinforcing you can't
like work yourself to death.
Men gotta work themselves. God forbid you play video games.
I mean, I guess as long as they're happy together, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of throwing shade at people who enjoy video games and other forms of media. It's not like that's a crime.
I think it's like important to have your free time and have your own space. And I don't know. I'm sure he probably does other things in his free time, like read or something. But the fact that she's dissing on TV, scrolling on his phone, playing video games is kind of scary.
Maybe deep down they just wish they had that and they're mad about it.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are, just jealous of other people.
Yeah. It could be she's hoping her husband will see this and like maybe he'll slow down a little bit. Maybe she actually secretly wishes like her husband would like play video games with her or like watch movies with her, or just not be hyperactive all the time.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll see that and be like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I am doing too much. Huh. Maybe I should tone it down.
Yeah.
She came home. And she was like, "Did you see my new tweet?"
This is her way of saying, hey, you need to spend more time with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Without actually coming out and saying it, being non-confrontational about it is what she's trying to do.
It's a good way to think about it.
There is a reply that just says, "What a blessing. He sounds like a great leader," with another fire emoji. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what he does, but maybe he's a total ass and
I was gonna say
those things.
I think he might. I'd like to go with the thought that her husband's probably miserable if he's working all the time.
I don't know.
Maybe some people enjoy that. Maybe that's their thing.
All right.
Maybe she's being serious about it. Who knows?
That's all I've got.
Same here.
All right.
I got nothing.
Maybe we could wrap this up. The first season of What Made You Tweet That, have a little epilogue.
Okay.
Did you enjoy your time here today?
I did very much, and I think this is a great idea for a podcast, and I just worry that Twitter's not going to be a thing much longer.
We can branch into other social medias.
So yeah, for sure. Like, what made you post that?
Maybe.
What you could say going into the future.
Like unhinged LinkedIn posts. Maybe.
Or you could just look at crazy LinkedIn profiles. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Would that be? Are you allowed to do that? You have to change their names.
You have to connect with them to see their posts, but. Yeah,
you could do that. You say, "Hey, I noticed I want to connect with you and make fun of your
on the internet."
Yeah.
Overall, I would also say I had a good time this semester.
Good idea.
Creating this and working on it. So.
Well, you can always
keep it going.
Keep it going.
I think we shall.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for us on What Made You Tweet That. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks to Phil Beskid for letting us record in the WBGU radio station. Thanks to Ben for hosting, researching, and editing.
Thanks to Ethan for hosting, researching, and editing.
Special thanks to Nostalgics for totally allowing us to use their remix in the intro and outro.